And I'm now thinking is that like you think like in the world there are some myths or there are things like which are popular, but you think like no, these are not true. These are just popular. Like kind of say, first impression is the last impression, which we think is good too.
Yeah.
But you think like there are some myths out there which you don't think like no, this shouldn't be there. This are
Yeah.
just something like this.
So a lot of the body language myths out there, you know, this is a good
So
myth. Yeah.
is
So
this like I'm not listening to you? I'm closing to
no,
you.
could be anything, could be so many different things.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when people are making a decision, they cross their arms,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, so because they're like, oh, let me think about that, you know, and sometimes so and often people will misread that they're closed. Sometimes they'll lean right back, fold their arms. Sometimes they'll look down and they'll start thinking and considering. Well, some people go, oh, they're closed. They've looked away, like
Lean
they're
forward.
totally out of this. They're uninvolved. It's like, no, they're about to make it. If you hang on, they're about to make a decision. Just hold on for a moment with your judgment around this. Sometimes they're cold, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're closed. Yeah, the key is knowing which one. And which one requires taking a bit more time, asking a few more questions, getting a bit more information from people. But that one is a classic myth. Oh, another one is if people touch their face, they're lying.
So okay.
You know,
Like sign of nervous or it's just normal?
Could be so many things.
Yeah.
Sometimes people scratch their noses because it actually itches. Like in the summer. So as I told you, Harpreet, I came here from the UK, from England, and pretty much the moment I moved to Canada, I suddenly got hay fever, you know, allergies to the crops that are here, because I didn't grow up with all these crops in the pollen from these trees and in the air. I didn't grow up with that, and so my body's instantly like, we're not used to this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in the sun, and I still get it. So in the summer, you'll see me scratching my nose a lot because I got allergies. Yeah. And for those allergies, I might take some allergy medication, which could make my pupils really dilated. Okay, so now I'm scratching my nose and I've got dilated pupils. It's like, give me a cup of coffee with that, and now I've got super dilated pupils. It's like, you gotta, you know, there are so many reasons why people are going to behave in the way they're going to be. I mean, even just talking about having an itchy nose has made me have an itchy nose. Okay, so you know, the key about reading body language is you need to investigate fully the context and keep watching, keep listening, keep taking in data, keep asking questions to get closer to the truth of what's going on.
Mark, now I'm listening to you. Now I'm thinking about it. Like you said, like we can make decision like this, lean forward. Like there's so many factors in. So I'm thinking about it. Like I want to see from your perspective. Now you have like more than 30 years of experience in understanding human behavior. What are some of the things you notice first when you are having conversation with like some senior executives, presidents, or just with someone close ones? Because for me, like I'm a beginner. When I'm having a conversation, there's I think two things going in my mind. I try to like look in the eyes, and I feel like, okay, the way is the conversation going? Is the person talking to me is like happy, annoyed, neutral? I feel like I'm very good at it, understanding from their eyes. Another thing is that sometimes my like immediate mind kick in when I'm talking, like my human mind like starts to translating English in my native tongue like automatically. And in that way, like sometimes the whatever information I'm not getting most of it. Like instead of 90%, I'm getting 70% because most of the time I went to in the translating. So it's like a very beginner thing. And what about your side? Like as an expert, what are some of things you notice during the conversation first?
Yeah, so here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it really simple. Like, I'm not even trying to tackle a second language. Like, if somebody else is talking in a different language than English, I'm just like, I can't take part. So, you know, you and anybody out there who work with more than one language, I don't know how you do it. but it's genius that you do, from my point of view. So I understand that the moment you go to several languages, the brain starts reaching certain capacities. Okay. So I'm trying to make it, even for just, I only speak English, I'm trying to make it super simple for myself. So I'm going to look out for, is the body language open or closed? Okay. Is it open or closed? And you can imagine in your head what open looks like and where people can be open. And you can imagine what closed can be like. Okay. It's like, now, does closed mean something? Well, it depends. But if I just think about those two buckets, open and closed, I've now simplified the system. Does it make it more accurate? No, but it makes it easier for me to start thinking about it, because I want to think about it and I want an easy entry to thinking. Because if I get in easy, I can allow it to be more complicated. But if I go in complex, like, the brain's going to shut down and go, no, we're not taking part in this. So open and closed, let's say open and closed, and let's say comfortable or uncomfortable. And again, you can think of body language that might look less comfortable to you, and you might see body language that you think is even open and comfortable. Okay. And what about body language that would seem closed and uncomfortable? Okay. Well, now here's what I'm looking for is, are there any moments where somebody moves from comfortable to uncomfortable, or from open to closed? Yeah. Or vice versa. And I want to know, like, when did that happen? If that happens, if there are big movements happening, when is that happening? Because I want to work out what is making them more open and comfortable, or what is making them, triggering them into being more closed and uncomfortable. And can I do anything about that? Is there something that I might be able to do about what's triggering that? Can I control that in some way? Anyway, I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to find simple ways to think about this. Not that it is simple at all. It's highly complex, but highly complex means that, or a highly complex entry into it means that your brain won't have the capacity for it. Certainly mine doesn't. I mean, there might be some brains out there that do, but mine just doesn't. That's why I create simple models for that.